Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Everton have just beaten Brentford 3-1. Can you believe it? Well, yes I can, because I predicted it last night. I'm not going to proclaim that I'm some sort of genius or anything, but yeah, you can make that judgment yourself. Before we get into this match reaction, like, comment, subscribe. It will massively help the channel, like always, and I appreciate every single one of you who comment or whatever, or do whatever on my videos. Just are invested in what I'm doing on this channel, which is much appreciated by myself. I'm not gonna lie, I've just done a match reaction, so I'm not in the best of moods, and just recorded it, and all I could hear was my earphones rustling against my beard, and I've had to resort in doing this again because I know it wasn't good enough to put up. It was annoying me after 5 seconds, so I can imagine all of yous would be fuming listening to that because it was really annoying. So I'm going to have to sort something out there. But yeah, I have to do it again. But yeah, first off, I'm just going to get into this as quick as I can. Yeah, first off, I thought we played really, really well for 85% of it. Actually, no, pretty much all of it, to be honest, barring their moment they had. But yeah, we had a couple of shots. Well, we lined up with Pickford, Mikalenko, Brantford, Tarkowski, Young, then Garner, Onana, Gay, Decore, and McNeil, and Beto up top. At first, I thought a bit defensive. Got me worried again. I wasn't really too happy with the lineup, to be honest. I thought we needed to be a bit more offensive, take the game to Brentford. Yes, we are away from home, but at the end of the day, you can't put a performance or attacking performance like that like you did last week. But yeah, you stuck to that team, and when after the first 10 minutes, you're going, Rab, like, we're really supporting Beto here because he's been quite isolated in other games, and Decore was we've seen many a times for him to push up in midfield and kind of play as a supporting striker. And right away, we got his goal, and it was a fantastic finish. Yeah, the ball comes in. I missed it, to be honest, because I was actually doing a skincare routine, so I missed the first 5 minutes and heard my dad scream, and I thought, oh god, we're down already. But it was actually we scored. But yeah, the ball comes to I think the ball comes out from the initial cross from Garner, potentially, or was it Young? And then the ball comes out to Garner. He crosses it to the back of the box. Tarkowski heads it down, and Decore with an absolute well executed finish. Really hard to finish like that. I think he was leaning back as well. Right in the top corner. Great start. And from then on, you could think normally when we score, we put the foot off the pedal, or we just let teams back into it, we could say. And I didn't think we did at all. Brentford, to me, when I was watching it, I was going, wow, these not looking like they are up for this at all, or it's just like one of the days where they don't perform. And yeah, loads of loose possession. Just not looking up for it. Like, physically, we just looked like we was all over them. We were smothering them with our pressure, and yeah, but we had a number of chances. McNeil today, if I can just confirm, give me whole opinion about him today. He looked way better and looked a lot more match sharp, even though it's not 100% still, and match fitness not 100%. He still looked like McNeil of old. The player who kept us up last season, I could say. But yeah, he gets a ball from loose possession. He drives into the box, and it was a tight angle for him, but it just missed the post. It was really frustrating not to see it go in. It was really good by McNeil, but like I said, it was frustrating. You just kind of want to get that command and lead and position, and then it's up to you to kind of hold it down. And with 1-0, it's still off to play for, really. We had a number of chances, Decore again, a ball comes into the box. I can't even remember how I come in now. I did explain it before, but my head fell off because of this, the failed recording, you could say. Um, but the ball comes to his feet in the box, and he just leans back on the player, and then strikes it and hits the bar, and it's like it came from nothing. Um, brilliant by the corner. Very unlucky. More, I was fuming more to do with just that didn't go in, because he deserved it for that. Um, yeah, number of chances again. Beto, Gay breaking through, passes it on to Beto, and Beto scuffs it wide, hitting his weaker foot in the process of shooting the ball. Signs of someone who's not confident, but if you're an Evertonian and you've been watching him and not an outsider, then you know that he is confident and he doesn't phase someone who isn't, and he's just constantly working hard, and he probably knows himself from working KFC 4 years ago, working hard, you'll get rewarded, and his time will come where he'll score goals. Obviously, I want it sooner than later, because it can affect you at some point, and also I just don't want it being the subject of him. There's a lot more to his game than scoring, but I thought today he was brilliant, especially in the first half, just being a constant nuisance, getting in behind. He had like 7 runs into the box, I think I see it, and he was just a nuisance. Like I said, players supporting him when we know he's good in the air. And I think one thing I could say, which was a shock to me for me saying this now, is after seeing him in the first game or in the second game, first 2 games, sorry, is he was all right there doing it, but his first touch for some reason starting to go off a bit when he holds onto the ball. He always looks like he's just about to lose it. But apart from that, he's brilliant. But yeah, number of chances. I think Onana had a header as well, which he should have done better with. God, I think there was more. There was more chances. I can't even think. There was a chance near the end of the first half as well, where he Gay was running through and blasted over the bar, and I'm sick of him doing it. To be honest, it's really annoying me. I was really irritated after that, because this players in the boxing positions, which is a better chance than Garner scoring from the edge of the box, which he never really does. But yeah, they had a little break on goal. The ball comes into Wissa, bundles everywhere, comes out to another Brentford player, passes along to Jensen, who's on his own. You're thinking, where's Mikalenko? But sometimes, like I said, players can suck it in, but it just really didn't seem necessary that Mikalenko should have been that far wide or central into the goal. He should have been out wide watching for the likes of Jensen, because he's a good player. And yeah, strikes it across goal. Mikalenko just misses out. From the replays, I think he would have got there if Wissa wasn't in the way, or if he just tracked his run better. I was fairly confident that it wasn't going to be a goal. Normally I'm shit scared that we're going to concede, but it just didn't look like a chance that he was going to score in, even though we had all the time in the world to hit the ball. Smashes it across goal. Pickford gets a hand on it, which inevitably takes it away from Tarkowski from kicking it off the line, and it goes in the back of the net, and I'm kicking myself thinking we've been in so much control of this game. The passage of play, the amount of tackles we've won, everything with our performance was an Everton of old, really limiting Brentford to nothing, and that was their first attack, and very frustrating to concede a goal like that. But yeah, then they had a few more chances not a few more chances, half and half chances, but piling under pressure, and then I think short about 10 minutes later, about 40th minute, I think Jensen crossed it in, or Mbuemo crossed goal, and it was after Gay losing possession twice at the end of the first half, which really, really angered me, especially after shooting over the bar before. To lose possession cheaply like that twice, it's like, oh my God, I could have taken him off at half time for doing stuff like that, because it was really cheap and really stupid. And we could have been punished twice, especially for this chance where the ball comes across and Potter's on the back post, but Tarkowski, who was brilliant all game, won everything nearly, and yeah, the kind of puts off Potter, but at the same time it was a very hard angle anyway with Pickford covering. And then Beto also had another run and goal. Gay again supplying to him. Ball went a bit out wide, and very hard for Beto to do anything with it, but did fantastically well to get it in the box with a cross. And Decore standing on the left hand side, and I'm thinking, listen, you've been great this first half, but I just don't know how you could be standing there thinking Better's going to create something out of nothing here. Like, make a chance easier for him to give it to you by staying in the middle, being a nuisance, trying to get a little tap in or whatever, anything. So that really frustrated me as well. Beto obviously expressed his anger after that moment. And then, go in, frustrated, worried that Brentford might wake up now in the second half, but at the same time they was starting to build momentum before the half-time whistle, when it could have been better for us, which when you see the way the second half went for us, it was. We played very well again, kept the pressure on. Brentford was a little bit better in the second half, but not by much. And there wasn't too many clear-cut chances from what I can remember. And again, I missed a goal. I looked down, don't know why. Maybe I was praying or something, I don't know, begging for something in this game. Ball comes in from a corner, I think it was Garner, and then Tarkowski gets on the end of it, which most of our players today, in terms of heading away or heading towards goal, we won near enough everything. We was dominant, which kind of played into our hands as well, because Brentford are better probably. Brentford are not good at everything, but running onto the ball, getting in behind, that's more their strength, I feel, especially playing against us, where we're more of a physicality side, a bit more set piece aimed, winning balls from dead balls coming in, and it's just it favoured us. I thought Brentford was fantastic today again, composed, maybe for the goal where he scooped it, for Brentford where he scooped it and he could have made a bit of a hash of it, but I think he was just trying to get any foot on the ball, and unfortunately it resulted in a goal. But he was brilliant. I thought Orden was brilliant. Mikhalenko, great in defence, started to showcase some sort of attacking threat as well. Actually had a chance in the first half as well where it bounced up to him, but it was on his right foot and he scuffed it. If any other player was on their right foot there, it was a glorious opportunity. But I thought he did well. I thought Young, first half frustrated me. Defensively alright, but his crossing has been absolutely horrendous from recent memory and in this game. But solid as always. Onana could have influenced the game a bit more. Still very weak, I feel. I don't know if he's just not strong enough, and that's how his physicality is. But he just looks stronger than he actually shows it. Won a couple of tackles there with his signature tackles, and that did all right. But I think again could have influenced it a bit more in the first half. Decore everywhere, Gay, bit of a half performance in the first half. Wouldn't be too upset if he went off at half time. Won a lot of tackles, like, to be fair, he was doing his job, but there was just moments where stuff like that is just inexcusable to me. Garner really good on the right, out of position again, but kind of cut inside a bit more this time and had a bit more space for himself to cross balls in. Just McNeil, like I said before, showing traits of his best again, and Beto playing great. So it was a great first half, and then we're going to second, and I said we kept it the same, not many chances, and then Tarkowski scored, and you just think there's only one team to win this, but down to the way we concede goes, the way we lose games, it's down to our own doing. So I was waiting, I'm not going to lie, for the moment of, again, lacks of concentration or just anything which will bring Brentford back into it, because once they score again, I think they'll have that belief to go on and win 3-2. Beto goes off, round of applause to him. Really hard work, and unlucky not to get a goal. Time will tell for him, and he will get one soon enough. But Calvert-Lewin comes on, and I was a bit disappointed not to see both of them play, but at the same time, and the commentator said that as well. But I think in this game, it didn't really need to be a two men up front. I think we need, just keep it as we did, but just swap the striker because they're both similar in traits of what they can do. But that was, that happened before Tarkowski's goal, and then ball comes to Calvert-Lewin. Can't exactly remember how it come into play, but he goes through, opens his body up, and it's a great finish. And normally when you look at one-on-one with Calvert-Lewin, you're not the most confident that he's going to produce, but he did in that moment, and 3-1 up, flying. Not many chances after them from what I can remember, but there's a long ball from Pickford, and Calvert-Lewin nearly got on the end of it, very unlucky. I mean, McNeil had a shot wide. Tarkowski had a header over the bar. Not many moments which we could have extended it, but we was still in firm control. I thought Mbeumo later on started to get a bit more of a run on the ball and whatnot, but again didn't really create anything. I can't really recall many shots Pickford saved, to be honest. I don't know if you know if he had any or any real troubling moments. There's a bit of a scrap in the middle of the Brentford box, our box. Brentford attacking from a corner, I think it was, and it was just the ball just wouldn't go out, and you're thinking, if we don't get rid of this ball and they score from this, then their tails are going to be up. We're going to be kicking ourselves. A bit scruffy, but we got the job done. I'll say really good, some defensive play again by Everton, and we come out, victors, and a massive win for us, 3-1. Like I said before, I predicted, I just had a good feeling that we're going to perform. We had to. But to win away from home as well against a very good Brentford side at home with a really good record at home is massive for us, and it takes us on to 4 points, and we can only look and move on from here. I think my man of the match was probably Tarkowski, you could say, even though Decore was brilliant himself. With every stat in terms of attack and play, he was first again, which was stated last week or in this week coming up to this game, that he's been really influential in midfield. Never feels like it though, it's just weird. He has a weird way of playing. He's a strange player, Decore, I don't know what it is, but he, like I said, he is a nuisance, and we did his job today, and he added him, could have been man of the match, but I think Decore got it in the end. But I'll give it to Tarkowski because I just thought he was an absolute menace in defence today, won everything, got the goal, got an assist. We move on. We got Aston Villa away from home, which is a tricky cup tie. Not really asked about cups, to be honest, at the moment. I want us to just do better in the league. You can laugh that another year without a trophy. It is what it is, but massive. It'll be massive for us to stay up again, but also not be as desperate as last season in terms of our league position and the way things transpire in the season. I just want us to get out of this, get to 40 points, 35 points, or whatever it is, as quick as possible. And this win's massive. Brentford wasn't the same today. They really didn't come out of first gear today, Brentford. I don't know what was up with them. Yeah, you're going to credit us as well for that, but I really did feel like Brentford really underplayed today. But we had to take advantage of that, and we did. And then we got Luton, I think, at home next weekend, so that's a massive game. There's no excuses to not pick up anything for that at home. You could say a points is progression, but to me, you're playing a side who looks destined to be relegated, haven't got the strength and depth to cope with this league. They might pull off a few shocks and surprises. I hope they stay up, obviously not to send us down, but we should be winning that game at home. I think this win will give us confidence now. We're scoring goals. That's 5 goals now in 6 games. Not amazing, but we didn't score for the first 3 games, so it's progression again. It's 5 goals away from home as well, which is really good. And move on. Up the Blues. Very happy. Hopefully this video sounds good, because if I've just wasted another 20 minutes, I'll be really, really annoyed. But like, comment, subscribe. put your opinions down below. And I said, up the Blues, and we move on and move forward. See you soon.